Thank you for joining us for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight, the Monday morning pulse report for seafood purchasers. A quick fast fact to start this week. Alaskan processors are reporting large inventories of once frozen pollock fillets. No sales could put downward pressure on prices. In the news this week, you may have heard that Atlantic salmon prices increased over the last 2 consecutive weeks. This was unexpected, given that the farm salmon market has been falling since last spring. The reason for the trend reversal is that Norwegian producers have been holding back on feeding and slaughtering. This is possible because farmers don't have to measure their allowable biomass again until the end of November. Moving forward, we expect that slaughtering will increase again towards the end of the month and prices will fall back down. The soft Atlantic salmon market is finally starting to impact wild salmon prices. It's been reported that wild salmon producers are expecting lower prices in order to move fish. Prices have reportedly dropped by 20 cents a pound in the last couple of weeks. Next up, an update on the alleged ISA virus outbreak in British Columbia's wild salmon. The CFIA reported last week that their testing did not confirm previous claims of an infection made by Simon Fraser University researchers. The CFIA tested the same sample that researchers tested last month, as well as additional samples, and there were no positive results for ISA. And last but not least, an update about how the European public debt crisis is affecting our industry. Economic woes are driving down prices on commodity fish in Europe. Companies holding large inventories have not been able to sell as quickly as normal and have had to reduce their prices. Furthermore, I heard from a packer in Asia that they had to cancel over 300 containers of fish destined for the EU because of the economy. The longer the EU crisis endures, the higher the downward pressure will be on seafood across the board. Obviously, the EU market will be the most heavily impacted, but other markets are also vulnerable. Yes, it's true that demand in China is growing so strongly that it applies a constant pressure on prices, but it's important to remember that the seafood industry is global, and it will continue to be impacted by multiple markets and economies. Thank you for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Robert Reierson. Buy smart and eat more seafood.